Okay, we can sit on our mats to begin, to just set an intention here for a minute. Make sure you've got both sits bones down on the mat. Gonna rock back and forth to get your body firmly planted, tall through the spine. You can have palms up with fingers in a mudra if you're looking for more energy. Palms down, planted on your legs if you're looking more for grounding. Close your eyes, keep your chin level, and just start your breathing. Feeling that Ujjayi yoga breath, that whisper breath, whispering in and out. As you exhale, let go of tension in your jaw. And on your next exhale, let go of tension in your shoulders. On your next exhale, drop your chin down to your chest. Getting a nice stretch along the back of your neck. Inhale your ear to your shoulder. Exhale here, let your head get heavy. On your next exhale, roll your chin back to your chest, and then inhale the ear to the other shoulder. Inhale and then exhale as you let your head feel heavy, getting a nice stretch on that neck. One more time on the exhale, just roll your chin back to your chest. Breath sequence here. And bring your chin back to level. Open your eyes. And let's stand up to start our Vinyasa series. Standing more toward the front of your mat. I'll stand toward the middle so I'm more in the center of the frame. Feet underneath your hips. Feel the strength of your legs pushing down into the floor. Feel your rib cage lifting up to the sky, shoulders down away from the ears, hands open, getting set here in our mountain pose. And now inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Flat back. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, rise back up, bringing your palms to heart center. We'll do that sequence a couple more times just to get ourselves warmed up. Forward fold. Flat back. Forward fold. Reverse that swan dive. Exhale, palms to heart center. Nice. One more. Rise up. Palms to heart center. All right, we're going to go into our warrior series now. We'll add that to our vinyasa. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back to a plank. We'll hold this plank for 5. And apparently I will sneeze. Keeping your gaze at the top edge of your mat. You don't want to drop your head. You want a straight line from the top of the head to the heels. One more breath. Inhale, and on the exhale, we'll come down in our chaturanga, hugging the elbows next to the rib cage, hovering over the mat. Flip your feet, coming up to our up dog. And now pressing back to down dog. Let's ease into this down dog by pedaling our feet, alternating, bending one knee and then the other, starting to stretch out those calves and those hamstrings. Think about dropping your head down in between your arms as far as it can go, down, down, down. Glutes up and behind you diagonally. Nice. Step or jump your feet up to your hands. Flat back, fold, rise up, heart center. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, step or jump back into that plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, back to down dog. This should feel a little more comfortable and familiar. Lifting that right foot into the air. Step forward, push the back foot down on the mat, rising up into our warrior one. Rise up a little here, make sure your hips are facing to the front, and then float back down into this pose. Keeping your shoulders down away from your ears. Hold here for 3 breaths. Nice, bring the palms back to the mat. Step that foot back, coming back through our chaturanga sequence. Our up dog, our down dog. Picking up that left foot, step forward into our warrior one, turning the back foot back onto the mat, pressing the outside of that foot. Lift up a little again, reset your hips forward. Nice. Hold here for 3. Beautiful. Bring those palms back to the mat. Step the foot back. Inhale, exhale. Up dog, down dog. Hold here for 3 breaths. We're going to add on the rest of our warrior sequence. Right foot up, step forward, warrior one. Bring your palms to heart center, opening up into warrior two, not letting that front knee collapse, really pushing the outside of the back foot down into the mat. Gaze over the front fingertips, shoulders open. And bring the palms down to the mat. Step back, chaturanga, up dog, down dog, left foot up, step to warrior one, get set, and now open to warrior two. Making sure you can see your big toe on the inside of your knee, really opening up those arms to a wide open shoulder. Nice. Bringing the palms back to the mat. Step the foot back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. 3 breaths. Continuing to build on this sequence. Right foot in the air. Step forward. Warrior 1. Open. Warrior 2. Flip the top hand. Peaceful warrior. Drop the back hand onto your leg above or below your knee, whatever is comfortable for you. And we'll hold here for 3. And bringing palms back to the mat. Stepping back to your plank. Coming through your Vinyasa series. Back to down dog. Left leg in the air, step forward. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. And now reverse your warrior. Hold here for 3. Trying to relax into this pose. Getting a nice bend in that front leg. You should feel a great stretch here. Palms back to the mat. Step back to your plank. Come through your Vinyasa series. Hold here for 3. Last addition to our sequence, lift up that right foot. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. And coming out to extended side angle. You got your elbow on the inside of that knee. Knee is firm. Looking underneath that armpit and floating down if you can. Hold for 3. Palms flat. Step that foot back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left foot up. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Peaceful warrior. And extended side angle for 3. Nice. Palms back on the mat, stepping back to the plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. We'll move through that whole series on each side. And then we will move on from our Vinyasa. Right foot up. Exhale, step. 1 breath. Warrior 2, 1 breath. Reverse your warrior, 1 breath. Extended side angle, 1 breath. Palms to the mat. Vinyasa series. Left foot, warrior 1. Warrior 2. Warrior 3. Reverse your warrior. And extended side angle. Palms to the mat. Coming to your plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. And let's bring our knees to the mat. Toes together, knees wide. Just a little child's pose to transition us. Fingertips strong on the mat, spread out for support. Shoulders still strong and relaxing into those hips. And pushing into a tabletop position, we'll do our cat-cow series. A little bit of bird dog. So starting with a neutral spine, palms underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Exhale, drop your spine down toward the floor. Lift up your chin, keeping your shoulders, your shoulder blades going down your back. We don't want our shoulders to creep up in our cow. Exhale to our cat. Round that spine, drop the head. Really strong spinal contraction. Keep going with your breath. Inhaling cow. Exhaling cat. You can add a little side to side motion as needed to loosen up your spine. Just trying to get some space in between these vertebrae. Get them moving against one another. Nice. Do a couple more sequences and then just join me in a strong tabletop. And we'll just come into a little bit of bird dog balance before we come to standing balance poses. Holding here, one arm up, opposite leg up, reaching. Try to close your eyes to add a little more dimension to this. If this is still easy, even with your eyes closed, lift up the toe of the supporting knee that's on the floor. So only your knee and your hand are in contact with the mat. That will really challenge your balance in a new way. Holding here. Strong core underneath, strong shoulders. One more breath. And relax. Couple of rounds of cat-cow to clear that out. Get set back up. And now switch to the other side. Keeping both shoulders, both hips, pointing straight down toward the mat, really feeling the alignment of your body. To challenge your balance, you can close your eyes and or lift up the toe of that supporting knee. Feel this challenge. A little more challenging for me on this side. You all have preferences as to which side is stronger. Keeping that arm that's extended strong and in line with the shoulder, try not to let it drop. Gaze is down at the mat. You should be looking at the top edge of your mat. Don't want to drop your head, but I don't want your head lifted either. Couple more breaths here. Nice. Coming back to the table position. Spine side to side, cat-cow. Get that posture. Moving through your body. Coming to stand. We are, oh dear, I have some sort of message. Okay. We are going to do some balance poses. We're going to start with our tree pose. So planting one foot, I'm going to start on my right foot, palms to heart center. We are going to take that foot and rest it. Either you can have your toe on the floor, your foot kind of on your ankle. You can have your foot on your calf. You can have your foot resting up above the knee, whatever your preference is. Feel the strength of this balance pose. If you feel comfortable, you can extend your arms. And if you still feel comfortable, you can lift your gaze to the ceiling. Palms back to heart center. You can step down. You can, let me make sure I don't have any chats here. Okay. Not sure if Warren is having any trouble. Let me just check my email to make sure. I haven't gotten anything. Sorry, guys. Okay. Well, if you're having any trouble with anything, you can reach out to me through the chat or you can unmute yourself. There we go. Okay. Let's come to the other side for this tree pose. So planting your feet very strongly underneath you, lift up your toes, come down to spread them onto the mat. Feel the weight spread out between them. Palms to heart center, toe on the floor, foot on the calf, or foot above the knee. Again, settle into this pose. Feel the strength of your palms together and your heel against your leg. And if you're feeling strong in your balance, you can lift up your arms to let that tree grow. If you're still feeling strong, you can turn your gaze to the sky. Palms back to heart center. Step that foot down, shake it out. Our next balance pose is going to be eagle. So we'll start by crossing one leg over the other, then taking the opposite leg on top, opposite arm will be on top. You're going to interlace your arms together, trying to keep your elbows at shoulder height. People have different philosophies about that. I prefer them at shoulder height. Lifting that toe off the ground or leaving it on the ground, whatever works for you for your balance. And then sitting down into a chair here. Goal is to try to have that leg wrapped all the way around. My flexibility is not there, but we're always working on it. Holding this balance. Again, feel your legs pressing together, your arms pressing together to give you that stability. And fly. Get set up for the other side, plant that other foot firmly, leg wrapped around, opposite arm on top. Sitting back into that chair, again, doing my weaker side second. See how this goes. Just using my toe for some balance here. fly. Nice. Coming into a triangle series. Going to have one foot facing forward, other foot facing to the side so that they're at a 90-degree angle to one another. Heels basically lined up. Extend those arms, reaching over as far as you can to the side before coming down, opening up into this triangle. Both legs are straight. The goal is to have the shoulders open, hand up to the sky, looking. As you relax into this pose, your hand might come closer to the mat. If you have a lot of flexibility, your hand might be flat on the mat. You can also have it higher up on your leg, whatever is comfortable for you. And staying in this posture, we're going to reverse that triangle, to revolve that triangle. So trying to get a good twist here, lifting up the opposite arm into the air, feeling this strong twist. And revolve back to Trikonasana, rising up. Switch your feet. Coming over. Bringing the hand down the leg. Nice. Feel that great stretch. Gaze up to the sky. Feeling your hand maybe slide a little bit farther down your leg to get a little more depth into this pose. And now revolving that triangle, having that nice twist, trying to get the opposite arm into the air, strong through this arm that's on your leg to get the revolution going from there. Revolved. Twist. And returning to Trikonasana to rise up. Both feet facing forward. You can close up the space a little bit. You want a hip distance in between your 2 feet. You don't want to be standing on a balance beam. Clasping your elbows behind you. We're going to come into our humble warrior. So we'll inhale, open our chest, drop our head behind a little. And as we exhale, we will fold over that front leg. Dropping the head down, letting it rest. You can shake it yes and no to make sure that you've really let yourself relax into this pose. Slowly rising back up. Switch your feet, put the other arm on top now. When you clasp your hands behind you, hip distance apart. Inhale, open the chest, drop the head. And now exhale, forward fold. Making sure that your hips are staying aligned here. You don't want them rotating. You want them both of your hip bones facing straight toward the front of the room. want to have your shoulders even too. And just relax into this stretch. Shake the head yes and no to make sure you've let go of the tension there. And slowly rise up. Really nice. We're going to come to a resting half pigeon, but let's just do a vinyasa series before we get there. We've done a lot of static holds, so let's get some movement going here. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back into that plank. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Right foot up, warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Back to the plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left foot up. Warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Palms to the mat. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Flat back. Forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Palms to heart center. Let's do it again. Exhale. Flat back. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Palms to mat. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left foot. Warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Back in this plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Holding here for 5 breaths. Dropping your head down between your arms, glutes diagonal, up and behind you. Trying to relax those heels down toward the mat. We're going to come into a resting half pigeon. Lifting that right leg up in the air, bring your knee in between your palms. Stepping the back toe back a little bit on the mat to make sure that your hips are lined up. You can bring your forearms to the mat, your palms to your head, forehead, or you can extend your arms. Take whatever works for you right now. We're going to work on keeping those hips parallel above the mat. Try not to let them open up to one side or the other. Inhaling and exhaling, and as you exhale, trying to relax that belly and chest onto that leg that's bent in front of you. Really holding this pose for a long time to make sure that we get maximum stretch on that hip. And now bring your palms under your shoulders. Press back up, rising up tall. Gaze up to the ceiling. Continue to feel that nice, strong stretch. Palms flat on the mat. Lift up the toe of the back foot. Step back to a plank here. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Lifting that left leg up this time. Drop the knee in between the palms. Step that right toe back a little bit on the mat. Settle yourself. You can start forearms, forehead, or arms outstretched. You might change your posture as we hold this long stretch. Working to relax those hips, keeping them hovering parallel over the mat. Breathing into that hip, really letting it open up. Continuing to hold here. And bring your palms underneath your shoulders, lifting up, up, up. Gaze toward the sky. Continuing the stretch. Palms flat, tuck under the back toe. Step back into the plank. We'll just hold this plank here. And on your next exhale, come down into your chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Step or jump the feet up to the hands. Flat back. Fold. Holding here in this fold. Grab a yoga toe hold on those big toes. And gently sway side to side here. You can come into a gorilla pose, tuck your fingertips underneath your toes, trying to have the knees straight, head dropped. Feel the pressure of the feet on the hands. Experiment with where your balance might lie by rocking forward and back a little bit. And carefully bring your hands out from under your feet. Slowly roll up, head last, rolling the shoulders behind you, opening up the palms into our strong Tadasana mountain pose. Eyes closed. Take a couple of breaths here. We're going to come down to the mat for our bridge and our wheel, and then we'll come into our Savasana. Returning. Here we have our inhale and our exhale. Flat back. Step back to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Stepping your feet through. Coming down to lie on the mat. Feet flat on the mat. Try to walk your heels toward your glutes. Feet are about hip distance apart. We're going to start with that bridge. I'm going to grab my towel to use as a strap here. Holding on to, clasping your palms underneath you or holding onto your towel for a strap. You're going to lift those hips really high in the air, not letting the knees open up, strong through the legs, keeping those knees, those legs parallel, knees pointing straight forward. Just hold this first one here, really tucking your shoulder blades underneath you. And slowly roll down to the mat. You can move your knees side to side to let your spine open up a little bit. Second one, we're going to stick with the bridge for now. So again, roll up, 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 one vertebra at a time. So tall, hips in the air. Clasp your hands or hold on to your strap. Plant your left foot firmly and try to lift your right foot into the air. And step that foot down, bring the other foot into the air. Keeping those hips high, 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 pushed up into the air. Plant that foot one more time, recommit to those super high hips, and then roll back down. For our last one, you can do the bridge, including the one-legged variation, or you can do the wheel. For the wheel, you want to bring your palms up by your head, fingertips pointing back. Again, that strong lift coming from the core, coming from the rotation of your hips and spine, that contraction up and lift up off the mat. And come back to position. Grab onto your knees, roll side to side. Get set up to relax for your Savasana. Extend the legs. Let them flop open. Palms up. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Close your eyes and breathe. In your Savasana, try to let any thoughts that come into your head just float back off. Relaxing your jaw, relaxing your neck, relaxing your shoulders. Rolling onto one side using your pillow, your arm as a pillow, coming into a fetal position. Just take a couple more breaths here as we transition out of our Savasana. And come to a seated position. Palms up or down, keeping your eyes closed. Inhale your palms to heart center. Thank yourself for committing to your practice today. Inhale your palms to your forehead. Feel your breath move through your body. And if you'd like, you can join me in a bow. Namaste. Thank you for joining yoga today.